Hello again. In this video we're going to look at the control panel. Starting from the top, we've got some identifying information, and these IDs relate to how you're known in DSS. Got a comment here indicated that this workbook's not yet been submitted. What happens is when you send this into the support agency, they will timestamp it as being processed, and when it comes back to you, you'll have a date in there, so you'll be able to see when it was last processed through the support agency. Now down here it says there's no data not fully populated. How can that be? I've got my counts in there. Well, at the back of this there is a database that takes this information and puts it in a more structured format. That needs to be initiated by you by running this populate data. So we'll do that now. It just pulls the information out, it tells you when the database has been updated, and now it's happy, everything balances, and it tells us when it was last run. And now we have a report tab, summary. This is just a summary level report at the top here. So the total number of person weeks that are now in the database total, the total that's on the term sheet itself. So it pulls those through and checks that they balance. This is an average person per week figure, so it's that divided by 13 basically. And then coming down here we get a bit more detail, showing by program type, activity type, and term the counts by the various types, and the total, and then again a weekly average total. So that's a quick summary for you to look at and make sure that everything looks correct. So having done that, you can then submit this workbook, just email the whole workbook into your support agency for processing. Let's work through a couple of these other things here. These are instructions here, so basically what I've just been through is on there, so these are just little memory joggers on how to do various tasks. We have some settings. There's a hint here, click on the white cells to change, so we can change the setting for these things. Show all activities at all times. Now, there's one way to have this configured, and that is with this ability to expand and collapse. And you've got many options to do those. Let's collapse it all. Another way of working, and this is entirely for your personal preference, we can turn on show all activities at all times. Now if we go back into here, it's all expanded, and that's the way it'll stay. Double clicking doesn't do anything, and there's no menu options. So you get everything all the time, you just scroll up and down to see the information. So if you're more comfortable with that, then turn that setting to on. If you turn it back to off, then you can then collapse and expand and work that way. Update totals immediately. What does that mean? Right, if I change a total here, now we know we've got a total of 5 there. So if I change the count on that line, that didn't change. Okay, now one way to change that is to refresh your calculations, and that goes through and checks everything, including that there's now an imbalance in what's on the sheets and what's in the database. So that will go back here and put data not fully populated to warn us that we need to press this button before submitting the workbook. So let's just do that again and clear that. So that change is now reflected in the database. Everything balances. If I set it to update immediately, I can make a change here again. The total changes straight away. And again, it checks that the data is not fully populated, so it picks those up there. The option here is simply the fact that the workbook may get a little slow as you get towards the end of the year and you've got a lot of counts in there, and you may find that it's better to initiate the recalculation yourself at will rather than have it recalculate every time you key in a number. So there again, that's just a personal preference, and it's very easy to change that at any time. Really, I think that's the fundamentals of the Hub Workbook. Thank you.